Today we are going to share some games that use Mahjong as media but played very differently from Mahjong. Through all these, we can understand the core elements of games and make it extrapolate to our life because, in many ways, life is also a game. This also makes me think of the most watched Netflix Korean TV series, Squid Game, which brings out many life issues and human nature by dramatizing daily children's games into life and death survival games. We all know Mahjong is a game, but what exactly is a game? Children find Mahjong tiles very appealing as they can play with them as building blocks like Lego. In our earlier episode, we show virtual worlds constructed with Mahjong buildings, dinosaurs, and underwater creatures. But playing in this free and unstructured way without rules is called toys instead of games, despite both bring the players a lot of fun. In the Squid Game dramas, the rules often surprise the player, which could totally distort the result and cause players to be killed. Here we share some games that use Mahjong elements but are not played as Mahjong. The first types are puzzles to guess the winning hand of Mahjong, divided from Wordle. Similar to an earlier game, Mastermind asks a player to guess the right color pins in the right locations. Wordle is a word puzzle game that became viral in the midst of pandemic around the end of 2021 and was later acquired by the New York Times. Every day, a new word puzzle is posted for the player to guess a 5-character American word in 6 trials, and hints are given by color coding differently for characters that are wrong, correct but not in the right location, and correct totally. With its viral effect, over 360 variant games were created for different languages, different patterns, or even symbols from different subjects. The original game is named after its inventor, Mr. Wardle, and for this reason, the suffix "do" are often included in subsequent derivatives. Among these, there are more than one games that ask players to guess the 14 Mahjong tiles in a winning hand. Examples include the Mahjong Hendo in Japan or the Wudo from Hong Kong. Each is built upon its local Mahjong rules. The second is related to the iconic Rubik's Cube. For the different phases of the cube, Mahjong numbered tiles from 1 to 9, and often the 3 dragons, 中法白, are used to replace the 6 colors as they fit perfectly into the simplest 3x3 Rubik's Cube format. The game was invented in 1974 by Hungarian sculptor and professor of architecture Erno Rubik, who designed an internal pivot mechanism that enables each phase to turn independently, first mixing up the tiles in each phase. This 3D puzzle game went viral in 1980s and became the world best-selling toy of its time and one of the most recognized icons in popular culture. Apart from a minds game, speed turning becomes a challenge also for one's physical ability in completing the task. A game similar to Rubik's Cube with 3x3 square, Sudoku is a number puzzle played with the number 1 to 9. Though there's no Mahjong Sudoku, I think Mahjong can be used to play this game. The word Sudoku is a Japanese word sodo, meaning numbers and single, which reflects it's a game played with the single digits of 1 to 9, and each number only appears once in a row, in a column, or in a 3x3 subsquare. This game has another reason that draws my attention. Its modern father, Mr. Wayne Coot, is a retired judge from Hong Kong who came across the game in Japan and then self-learned computer programming to generate so many variations that could be posted daily in different newspapers or be collected into game books. Apart from playing with numbers and types, Mahjong tiles can also be used to play the matching game of Solitaire, which was initially a single-player tabletop concentration game with cards in the late 18th century. The game requires the player to match the newly drawn card or Mahjong tiles against the exposed ones until the matching completes. Instead of playing with physical Mahjong tiles, digital versions of Mahjong Solitaire are popular electronic games. In the game, Mahjong tiles are arranged in bizarre shapes and patterns. Of course, there are many other real Mahjong electronic games following the rules of different places. We hope in future we can do a special episode for them. Having explained all these games, we may use them to identify the common features of games. Games are structured with rules, which define ways to win. Games could be relying totally on skill, like Sudoku and Rubik's Cube, or totally on chances, like guessing the numbers of dice. Mahjong are liked so much by people because it strikes a good balance between skills and luck. Games totally relying on skills could deter casual players, while games totally relying on luck will not give the players opportunity to polish their skills through games. and acquires a sense of achievement. Interactions are also important elements of games, whether as reaction to a situation like facing a drawn tile or with other players in the games. Life is a game. We should play, enjoy, and win it. Also, life is full of uncertainties that we cannot control, but with the right attitude, knowledge, and experience, often we can shake the results or even be the game changers who set new rules.